All right, what say you we get down deep with another reading from the Secret Language of Birthdays book for June 9th, the day of mental insistence. And here we have a picture of what looks like a pyramid on a boat of some sort. I'm not quite sure. Maybe mental insistence is getting the pyramid to where it needs to go. Looks like it might be on a funeral pyre as well. I'm not sure. In any event, hey, is it June 9th and it's your birthday today? Well, if it is, I just want to say happy birthday. And if this video finds you long after that day has passed, well, I hope you had a happy birthday. And for everyone else who's just joining us randomly, I want to say welcome and I hope you enjoy yourself. Let's dive in, shall we? Your month is June, your day the 9th. Your sign is 17 to 19 degrees Gemini of the period Gemini II. And your qualities and elements is mutable air. June 9th, the day of mental insistence. June 9 people can display a duality in being forceful individuals on the one hand and curiously passive on the other. Usually the way this manifests is in some areas of life that show strong and determined qualities, but in others are surprisingly reluctant to act. Perhaps they are decisive and forceful at work, but timid in relationships, particularly in initiating them. Or the reverse, showing less ambition and drive than is required in their careers, and yet dominating at home. This duality can exist even within one area of concern and is markedly changeable. Thus, particularly in the emotional sphere, others may not know what to expect from June 9 people, and those relating to them in one area of life only may indeed be surprised to see how they operate in another. As far as their ideas are concerned, however, June 9 people are usually rock solid to a fault. They do not trade their beliefs easily. And June 9 people are outspoken and can be quite blunt in their criticism of other points of view. Indeed, they may at times seem overly critical of those on their own side. Those born on this day don't consider blind loyalty a virtue. Not ones to overlook details, June 9 people can be almost fanatical in making sure that they and their friends, family, or associates are truly in agreement. June 9 people have facile minds and are logical-oriented, but may at times act out in an emotional, immature fashion. Fortunately, positive childlike qualities far outweigh such childishness, and those born in this day themselves have a way with children. And those June 9 people who don't have children of their own often work with young people in a professional capacity or as a volunteer, and enjoy the children of other family members. June 9 people must guard against uncontrolled expressions of primitive emotions, and particularly jealousy, anger, envious worship, or other forms of unhealthy adoration. Mental training is the key, cultivating objectivity where there is chaos, carrying over positive attributes from one compartment of life to another, and breaking down artificial boundaries and boxes they have created for themselves is great but highly rewarding challenge. Integration is the theme here, becoming a whole person. And when June 9 people manage to bring various aspects of their lives together, they are capable of great happiness and success. If not, they remain compartmentalized and bafflingly inconsistent. Superb in some areas, woefully deficient in others. All right, let's move on to those born on this day. But if you're not interested, just skip ahead in chapters to your numbers and planets, tarot, etc. But I find it important to drill down on those born on this day, so we know what company June 9 people are in. Born on this day, we have Cole Porter, a Broadway musical comedy composer. No, they put a hyphen in there in a weird place. He's also a songwriter and a lyricist. Robert S. McNamara, the Johnson Defense Secretary and the World Bank head, the Ford Motor Company president. We also have Shamil, who's a Caesarean 19th century Muslim leader, general. He defeated Russians in numerous battles, captured and granted clemency and pension. We have Michael J. Fox, the film actor, Les Paul, the jazz guitarist and electric guitar innovator, Brian Whizzer White, a Supreme Court justice and football running back and a two-time NFL rushing leader. We have Carl Nielsen, a Danish composer, and E.M. Delafield, an early women's rights activist worker, novelist of Straw Without Bricks. We have Johnny Depp, the film actor, Elizabeth Garrett Anderson, a British physician and worked to admit women to the medical profession. We have George Stephenson, a Scottish 19th century engineer and a steam locomotive developer. Gertrude Mueller, a child safety expert and innovator of numerous safety devices, including the first child car seat. We have Kenny Barron, the jazz pianist, composer, and teacher. Jackie Mason, a comedian, Broadway entertainer. Robert Cummings, a TV film actor. Johnny Ace, an R&B singer, and shot himself to death playing Russian roulette in a dressing room on Christmas Eve. We have Kenneth L. Alderman, who was a Reagan government official and author of African Realities. We have Marvin Call, a TV journalist and Washington reporter. Jerry Dunphy, a broadcaster, and Fred Waring, an orchestra leader. All right, let's move on to your numbers and your planets. Those born on the 9th of the month are ruled by the number 9 and by the planet Mars. The number 9 is powerful in its influence on other numbers. Any number added to 9 yields that same number. An example being 5 plus 9 is 14 and 4 plus 1 equals 5. And any number multiplied by 9 yields a 9. An example being 9 times 5 is 45, and 4 plus 5 is 9. And June 9 people are similarly able to influence those around them. See, the planet Mars is forceful and posits male energy. June 9 women in particular may strike others as overly aggressive, and underlined by the speediness of Mercury, Gemini's ruler. Moving on to your tarot. The 9th card of the major arcana is the Hermit, who walks carrying a lantern and a stick, and he represents meditation, isolation, and silence. The card signifies crystallized wisdom and ultimate discipline. The Hermit is a taskmaster who uses conscience to keep others on their path. And the positive side of this card is stick-to-itiveness, purpose, profundity, and concentration. The negative meanings include dogmatism, intolerance, mistrust, and discouragement. The Hermit should remind June 9 people of the need for periodic self-examination, with an eye toward the integration of that mentioned above. Here is your health. June 9 people are usually open to practicing various forms of physical as well as meditative exercises, yoga, aerobics, martial arts. All systematic practices are attractive to them and help them keep fit. They must, however, be just as open to health food options. Those born on this day should focus less on what they should not eat and more on expanding their culinary horizons. As Geminis, they should take good care of their hands as well as their respiratory systems. And here is some advice. Try to make your strong areas the standard for your weaker points. Self-understanding and examination are crucial. Withdraw from life occasionally to think things over and be more creative in expressing yourself. And here is your meditation. If death is the schoolmaster, then life is our homework. All right. Here are your strengths and your weaknesses. Your strengths, you're outspoken, strong-minded, and you're logical. Your weaknesses, emotionally immature, inconsistent, unintegrated. Well, I was a little dyslexic with that one there. Unintegrated. All right. Your season is spring. Your sign, once again, is Gemini, the Gemini II period specifically. And your quality and elements is mutable, air. And this has been June 9th, the day of Mental Insistence. From the Secret Language of Birthdays book by Gary Goldschneider and Joost. I have a affiliate link for this down in the description, so give it a click or do your shopping through that and support the channel. Help me out a little bit here. I'd greatly appreciate it. In either event, if it was your birthday today, I just want to say happy birthday. And let me know down in the comments if you thought this spoke to you one way or the other. I didn't think my particular reading applied to me, but after further reflection and some friends' insistence that I reflect on it, I found that it did to a lot of different degrees. I just had to put the ego aside, I suppose. But in any event, happy birthday. And for everyone else who just joined us out of curiosity, I hope you were entertained and you join us on your birthday. All right, take care of yourself.